What if the government tested nuclear bombs in a secret desert and created something that still hunts people today? Between 1945 and 1962, the U.S. government carried out hundreds of nuclear tests in the desert. The radiation spread everywhere. Over time, it changed the land, the animals, and even the people who lived there. But officially, nothing ever happened. The government denies everything. Still, strange creatures now live in that area, mutants, who attack anyone who enters their territory. One night at a lonely gas station in the middle of this desert, the attendant hears a strange noise. He grabs his gun and calls out for someone named Ruby, but no one answers. Outside, something feels wrong. Inside, he hides a bag filled with valuables, even a human body part. It's clear he knows more than he says. Soon, a family arrives at the station. There's Bob, his wife Ethel, their daughters Lynn and Brenda, their son Bobby, Lynn's husband Doug, their baby, and 2 German Shepherd dogs. The attendant tells them about a shortcut through the desert to reach their destination faster. It sounds helpful, but it's a trap. They drive down the empty road. Sharp spikes suddenly pop up from the ground. Their tire explodes, the car crashes, and they're stranded in the middle of nowhere. No signal, no people, just heat and silence. Their dogs run off, and Bobby goes after them. Bob decides to walk back to the gas station for help. Before leaving, he tells Doug they should split up and search in different directions. Something feels wrong, but they have no choice. Bobby soon finds one of their dogs brutally killed. Terrified, he tries to run but falls off a cliff and passes out. When he wakes up, he sees a strange mutant girl named Ruby watching him. She looks scared, not dangerous. She doesn't hurt him. It seems like she actually wants to help. Meanwhile, Bob reaches the gas station and discovers horrifying evidence that something terrible is happening in the desert. Before he can escape, mutants attack and kill him. Back at the trailer, the family hears strange noises at night. Suddenly, mutants attack. They break inside. In the chaos, Lynn is killed. The baby is kidnapped. The family's destroyed within minutes. Doug loses his wife and his child. Bobby loses his father and sister. Everything changes. Fear turns into anger. The next morning, Doug follows their remaining dog into the desert. The dog leads him to an abandoned mine filled with dead bodies. Nearby, there's a hidden mutant village. These are not normal people anymore. Radiation twisted their bodies and minds. They survive by hunting travelers. Doug sneaks into one of the houses and finds his baby inside. But a massive mutant woman called Big Mama attacks him and locks him in a freezer. Somehow he escapes. Inside the village, he meets another mutant named Big Brain. Unlike the others, Big Brain explains the truth. They were once normal people, forced into the mines during nuclear testing. The radiation deformed them. They became monsters, but they didn't choose this life. Still, they are dangerous. Big Brain orders the baby to be killed. But Ruby, the mutant girl, secretly saves the child and hides him. Doug fights through the village, killing mutants one by one. Finally, Ruby returns his baby. Just as another mutant tries to shoot them, Ruby sacrifices herself by jumping off a cliff with the attacker. She saves Doug and the baby. Doug returns to the trailer, where Bobby and Brenda are waiting. For a moment, it seems like they survived. But in the distance, another mutant watches them through binoculars. Danger isn't over. After these events, the military launches a search and destroy mission in the desert. Scientists return to study the area, protected by soldiers, but the mutants are still there. One by one, a scientist is killed. Soldiers begin disappearing. Some fall into hidden holes in the sand. Others are dragged underground into tunnels. The mutants are hunting them carefully. A group of soldiers, including Napoleon and Amber, try to rescue their missing team members. They find tortured scientists, burned vehicles, and signs of brutal attacks. Fear spreads through the squad. They realize the mutants are cutting ropes, setting traps, and attacking from below. The colonel, badly injured, tells him the only way out is through underground tunnels, but that's where the mutants are strongest. Then he takes his own life, unable to face what's coming. The soldiers continue anyway. Inside the mines, they are attacked again. One mutant is blind but tracks people by smell. Another pretends to help before leading them deeper into danger. The tunnels are full of traps. One soldier carries a box of dynamite, but it explodes. Another is dragged into the darkness. Amber refuses to leave without saving her captured teammate. Napoleon decides to help her. Together, they go deeper into the caves. They fight the mutant leader in a brutal battle and finally kill him. They rescue their friend and escape the mines alive. But as they reach the outside world, exhausted and wounded, we see something chilling. A mutant hand appears in the shadows, watching them. The nightmare isn't over. The desert still hides secrets. The radiation still poisons the land. And the monsters created by those nuclear tests are still out there, waiting for the next traveler to take the wrong shortcut. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more interesting stories.